afternoon.
Yes.
Just seeing your squad news about Harry Winks. Is this ankle injury becoming a little bit more of a problem than you feared?
Yes, I think yes. For everyone now he's in Qatar doing his rehab. We'll see what happened. We hope that after that period can come back, fixing his problem and try to again to stay on the group training. But yes, of course, we are a little bit concerned about his situation, and we are trying to fix his problem. And I think it's yes, we need to wait now to assess him, and we need the news from there. But always with the hope that all is going to be good.
Probably unlikely that we'll see him before the end of the season.
We'll see. We'll see. It's impossible now to say or to guess what is going to happen. But like always, it's about how he's going to react, about the treatment and everything. And of course, we hope that as soon as possible can come back and stay with the group, available for training and be happy again. Because always a player, and when you are young, of course. It's more difficult to handle in your brain, in your mind. But of course, we are trying to help all the staff and all the people, trying to help him to fix his problem and start again to enjoy football. That is all the player want to do.
Premier League have ordered or decided that Harry Kane will get the goal at Stoke ahead of Christian Eriksen. Were there really arguments in the dressing room about it?
Honestly, we didn't talk. Of course, after the game, Harry, like I told you on the media, he said, I touched the ball with my shoulder, right shoulder. He told Christian, and you know, I think yes, Harry is a very honest people. Of course, that he's not going to lie about this situation, and of course, but it's not a big issue. It's not a big deal for the team.
What was your view as the manager? Because presumably you don't care who gets the goals.
Sorry?
What was your view as the manager? Because presumably you don't really care who scores the goals as long as your team win.
Yes, I care the goals because provide us the 3 points. But of course, after you know, all that happened after is about more about player decision or club decision. I am not. For me, I am more than happy with Christian scored twice, or Harry scored twice, or Son, or I don't know, or Dele Alli, or I don't know. For me, I don't care who scored the goal. For me, I care about the 3 points. But of course, that was a club decision to appeal. I wasn't involved in this decision, but of course, I think, sure that Harry and Christian were agreed to do this. If not, but no one said to me that is what is going to happen, no? Because on the end, for me, it's a deal in between them, and if the club believed that was right to do the appeal, nothing to say for me.
It does look though like a player who's chasing something for personal aim, and you're about the collective at this club. You're the manager. You have to keep everybody together. I mean,
yeah, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I promise you. Harry is generous. Harry is a person that always put in front or ahead the collective before himself. Of course, that all the striker need to fill the net and want a score, and they have the skill. No, they are aggressive. They are always. This determination, no, like another striker. But I think Harry always showed that his commitment with the team, with the teammates. I think only was that after the game or during the game when they talk, I think you can see the clip when the goal happened, that Harry said to Christian, I touched with my right shoulder. And after the game, they were happy and say, Harry, oh, I think it was my goal. And Christian say, okay, no problem. And all start like this. But I promise, it's not a big deal. No one talk about that in that week inside to the club. Only that I explain what happened, and I hope that Harry and Christian can score Saturday, and everyone happy.
Just looking at the table, there's a 10-point gap now between yourselves and Chelsea. Lots of people are saying that the race for the top four is over. How do you see it? 10 points is a big gap.
No, in football, never. No, until you get or you achieve what you want. Never in football, never is over until to the end. And I think we need to keep pushing, winning games, massive 3 points against Manchester City. I think it's still a lot of work to do until to the end, and you cannot underestimate clubs like Chelsea, Arsenal, different clubs, big clubs that can win every game, and you need to keep focus in winning games and winning points. And in the moment that mathematics you achieve what you want, of course, in that moment it's over. But until that, it's impossible to think like this, because in the moment that you start to think like this, you start to lose. And we know very well in football. Look what happened in the last few days in Champions League, the result, different result, and never the tie are over, the game is over, never football. Always football can surprise you.
Manchester City, though, are going through a period they haven't experienced so far this season. They've lost 3 games, 3 big games in a row. Does that make your task easier or more difficult?
No, I think we are going to play, for me, with the best team in England. I think they deserve to be on the top. I think they were the most consistent team playing, with fantastic players, of course, and fantastic coaching staff and fantastic manager. And they deserve a lot of prize. I think it's only an accident, of course, in different competition. And I think we can talk about the game that they lose again twice again, of course, Liverpool in Champions League and one against Manchester United. But when you assess or when you watch the games, I think always they were alive, and always was a minimum detail, a very small detail that put the game in one or another side. But of course, for me, Manchester City is a massive challenge to play against them. For me, of course, deserve everything and a lot of prize. I think for me, it's true that still it's not over the Premier League. It's nearly over, but I think for me, Manchester City, we can say, was the most consistent and best team on England in the whole season.
You say the most consistent. Is it the best Premier League team you've seen since you came to English football?
Well, I think it's not fair to compare with another team. I think every season, like was last season Chelsea, before Chelsea was Leicester, before Leicester was Chelsea, before Chelsea was Manchester City. I think, sorry? Yes, thank you. Because when we arrived was City, United. Yes, was last year when we arrived to Southampton was United last season of under Ferguson.
United were just about to win it when you arrived.
Yes, yeah. My first 5 months in the Premier League. United, City, Chelsea, Leicester, Chelsea, and nearly City again. But every single team that won the Premier League, I think deserved and was the best team. But of course, Manchester City this season make a fantastic football, of course. But he's doing a fantastic football.
Kyle Walker is coming back to Tottenham. Do you feel he deserves a good reception from the Tottenham supporters after what he achieved?
Of course that the fans feel disappointed in the day that he decided to move to Manchester City. But on the end, I think that is a human nature that you want. Sometimes you need a new challenge, a new experience, new motivation, and of course, for me, always Kyle will be, I think, a player that did a lot for the club, did a lot for us in 3 years, and of course that the club did a lot for him, and we did many things for him. But I think that relationship is good with us, with the club, and of course he deserves a good reception. That is natural, sometimes disappointed for the fans when they love some player and the decision is to move. But I think after 7-8 months that thing happened, I think he deserves a good reception for the fans. I think the fans love, of course, disappointed during the game or in the moment that he left, but I think he deserves a good reception for the fans.
Just finally from me, Toby Alderweireld is fit, but he can't get into your starting 11 or even make the bench at the moment. Is it time that Tottenham fans accepted that he'll probably be sold in the summer with a year left on his contract? It makes sense.
I think we make a drama for sometimes for small things. After 14 games unbeaten, I think it's no point to talk about the player that no played, that was injured for a long time. But if you want, for me, Toby is still our player, 2-year contract. I think I am sure that he's going to play until the end of the season. I am sure he's doing well, he's training, and of course, he's only need to wait for his opportunity. But today is no point to talk about this type of situation. But I understand your question, and for me, it's natural, no problem.
Mauricio, I just wondered if you watched the Champions League games last night and you were sort of kicking yourself that you weren't in the quarterfinals, considering you beat Real Madrid and you played really well against Juventus.
Yes, it was a massive satisfaction, to watch the game last night, because show ourselves that we are in a good level today, and in all the job that we made in the last 3 seasons to achieve or to reach this level, I think this season we can touch. It's sure that we need to work a lot to try to keep this level and improve. But it was a massive satisfaction because I think Juventus yesterday was much better than Real Madrid. Football sometimes is small details, a penalty that was or wasn't, but that changed the tie. But for me, it's a massive satisfaction to compete this season. How we compete, with the biggest team on Europe, and that I think we need to use this experience to improve, of course, and the player too. And the player need to, I think, to build his confidence and believe that we can compete like a group, like Tottenham, with this type of teams.
Do you think you've learned lessons from the Champions League games already that you've seen?
Of course, always we learn. And that is our mentality. But of course, we need to learn all together, not only like a coach, like a assistant manager, like a player, like a staff. I think like a club, like a structure, like how we need to behave. I think I told you after Manchester United that it's a thing that we need to take like a good lesson for everyone on the club to learn.
We look ahead to Saturday's game. If you beat Man City, does that send a statement that you're even more prepared to compete stronger than this season in the battle for the title?
No, I think it's not about one result that we are going to show that we are ready or not ready. I think we already show that we are ready to compete. Another thing is to win, is to be consistent during the whole season and be the best team, like is doing Manchester City today. I think we don't need to show, first of all, ourselves. I think we show ourselves that we can compete, and then football, 90 minutes, you can win or you can lose. But I think we need to be more consistent during the whole season, because you need to be consistent about performance, about result, if you want to win. Of course, the gap is massive with Manchester City. We are in the race for the top 4. That for Tottenham is a massive achievement in case to finish on the top 4 for third time in a row. That is so important, massive achievement. But of course, the ambition is to win titles, and the ambition is to win one day the Premier League or the Champions League, and to be close. Only in this way you can build that structure that provide you the possibility one day to win.
And in Kevin De Bruyne and Christian Eriksen, are they the two best midfielders in the Premier League for you, do you think?
Yes, both fantastic. I don't know if they are the best, but if you make your top 5, I think sure that the coincidence with all the manager or with all the football people are going to tell one De Bruyne and another Christian Eriksen, of course.
Man City paid 56 million for De Bruyne. How much is Christian Eriksen worth now?
That is about market, and I not have control about the market. I don't understand too much about market. I don't know. I think that the question is better for my boss.
And Danny Rose, how bad's the injury? Is it just one?
No, it's a minor, small injury in his calf. He made a scan yesterday, but I think that thing appeared Tuesday, but we don't believe it's a big issue.